Thursday, December 7th. Yeah, December 7th. That's an anniversary. Remember, there was December 7th, 1941. And an important date. There was the America before December 7th, 1941, and the America after it. Everything changed. And when I was 10 years old, for me, that was a change that happened in the America before November 22nd, 1963, and the America after it. 2 weeks into the America after it, I was still noticing that all the adults around me were stunned. They remained stunned well into the holidays. And I think that's why this volume, Volume 9 of the American Heritage Illustrated History of the United States, this one called Winning the West, the Cowboys and Indians Killing One Another. I think that's why this volume was so important to me. I read it word for word. I think it was the timing of it, coming in shortly after the Kennedy assassination. There were paintings in here that I just looked at for the longest while. Like this one. This one here is by a guy named W.R. Lee. That's it. It's an oil painting, big scenic of an action painting. Look, it's Custer's Last Stand. You see this? See, Custer's people are way up here, and the Indians are riding around getting shot at and shooting. And it says here, the inscription says, there is no record of what actually took place at Little Bighorn. When all Custer's men were defeated, all the white people were killed. And so they have no written record of it. And apparently, even though these books were getting better at catching the missing stories, they didn't write down any story that was given to them by the Indians. They didn't put their story in here because they survived it. That was one of the battles they survived. And, well, there was another image in this book. It's this one, in the chapter called Taming the West. See? And in this image, you can see, look at all of these Indians moving further and further west. They're going into the Badlands. You see that up there? And then beyond that. And it says here, there's no attribute to who wrote it. It just says, as the white man advanced, the Indians kept migrating west to the new lands until finally there was nowhere for them to go. And I looked at this image for a long time. I watched where they were going off into, who knows. And then eventually, no place, nothing. And, well, I don't know. I thought about how their stories were now wounded. Their medicine stories that keep them well were all wounded. And the settlers who were also wounded. Yeah, I mean, they may have survived and pushed the Indians away, but now they were wounded as thieves of the land. That's the legacy they're leaving their children. Yeah. So I dwelt on this book a lot, this one. And I thought about how we were the winners. The white people were the winners, but we won by losing. It's sort of, we won at the expense of losing because we lost something as well. And I don't know why we do that. And it seemed, the more of these history books I looked at, it seemed the more we would repeat the same things we did that were foolish in the past. We couldn't seem to get out of that. Huh. Yeah. Well, we'll work on this. We'll see you again tomorrow.